The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Florida State Seminoles. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Noles will kick it away to start us off. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Looking for a man. It's King. Fires to the big fella. Bulldozes his way through. We've seen this from this sophomore. So dangerous after he makes the grab.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Caught in the backfield, it's Rivers. Bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line. All right, guys, let's talk about Georgia Tech. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and, man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D-lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, it's so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
The run from the shotgun. And the Yellow Jackets will move the sticks. Not often does a game in week 0 end up setting the tone for a season the way it did last year when Georgia Tech and Florida State met in Dublin. Man, were we fooled. FSU, preseason playoff contender, and Georgia Tech. I tell you what, they were paying to everybody all year.
They sure were, and they took that opportunity in Dublin, Ireland to make a statement. Everybody was talking about Florida State. Could they get to the national championship? And it was Brent Key getting his team fired up, ready to go. They came out and they ran all over Florida State.
Man, I don't think Florida State has recovered since. I mean, the season was an absolute disaster. This was the team that kind of started that off. So let's see if they can start off on a better foot.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Back to throw, it's King. Pulls it in, it's Rivers. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
The Yellow Jackets will have it 1st and 10. Quick release by the QB. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Georgia Tech. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting just last week, a commitment from a big-time four-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
Well, I understand what the quarterback's trying to do. He's trying to get it to his playmaker out there quickly in space, but I don't think he anticipated the linebacker beelining the way he did. It was almost as if the linebacker knew where the QB was going with the football.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces the 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
No good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it.
And this place was going crazy before the game, and the offense on the first drive kind of quieted them down a little bit, but the defense, great job. They get a goal-to-go situation. They get the stop, force the field goal, force the miss. The crowd's back in it, baby.
Back to pass, it's Applewhite. Wasting no time taking a shot. He's got it down the left. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
Nice catch there. I'll tell you, the Seminole passing attack has come a long way over the years. When I was playing against them back in the day, they were in the I formation every single play. Maybe it was play action. Maybe it was a shot play to the perimeter of the field. Now, they've got guys running all different kinds of routes, playing at different tempos, lining the ball over the field. This dude is a guy you just have to know where he is every single snap.
Handoff from the gun. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
And they tried to run that sweep out right. I like going to the wide side of the field, getting somebody the ball that can really, really run. Just got to block it up a little better. Give him a chance to at least get that edge, and then he might be able to do some more damage.
And the Seminoles now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Looking to fire. Gonna let it fly. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. On the move. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. On the run, it's Alexander. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Dropping back, it's Kane. Picked off, that's number 15 on the year. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Got it behind the line. It's White. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
The Noles come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
And the Seminoles getting set on 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on 1st down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these 1st downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense so much more predictable.
Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air, it's Applewhite. Quickly out to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on 1st and 2nd down, because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
And after a successful run like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
From the gun, the running back has it. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He'll keep it himself. Got a little space. Drills him with the stiff arm. Big pickup on the ground into plus territory, and they get him out of bounds at the 41. They have a 1st down at the 41-yard line. Fires to the big fella. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk, and on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
grabbed behind the line. It's Haynes. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Back to throw, it's King. Fires to the wideout. He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
And they finally lift the lid. Man, I didn't know if we were going to be 0-0 going into the half, going into the fourth quarter. The offense finally puts a drive together, breaks that seal. Excited to see now this opens things up, calms people down, and lets them have a little more success.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in this one in the MAC that just finished up. UMass overcame a sloppy start and just put the finishing touches on a notable road win. And to pick yourself up and dust yourself off away from Amherst, these Minutemen got to be thrilled. Guys, I look at the preseason coaches poll and compare it to where the MAC is right now, and man, what a difference.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Finds his man. It's Robinson. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Seminoles want to move quickly. Third down play from the gun. On, close to the marker, it's Pittman. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
The give to Davis. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And the quickest way to blow up the run game is those interior big boys. Those defensive tackles getting in the backfield really quickly and making that ball hurt.
Man, that D tackle was in the backfield in a hurry. The big man is nimble.
Nimble, fast, quick, athletic. That's just all words you describe defensive linemen with.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He'll do it himself on the draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
The Seminoles are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Florida State.
The Seminoles are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. To the air, it's Castellanos. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. That's the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Motion from the wideout. From the gun, running back on the move. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Second down, they'll go to the air. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed, they can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Give to the running back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
And the Yellow Jackets need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Scanning the field, it's Kane. Bringing the heat. Takes a hit as he fires.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
The Yellow Jackets send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. That is coverage just the way they designed it, and they've got him backed up. First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll off one deep down the left side. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. Inside the 10. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
What a play by this defense. You got the offense backed up. You stay aggressive, break on the football, make a big play, and your offense is jacked up inside the 5-yard line with a chance to punch this in and get some points on the board.
And the offense is out on the field with a 1st and goal.
Timeout, Georgia Tech.
And the Yellow Jackets with an absolute gift to start this drive with goal to go. Gets the back moving. Wide receiver going in motion. With jet sweep pass. Forced out of bounds. Good pickup there on the ground.
And nice job by the defense with the edges. They try the touch pass on 1st and goal. Nice job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the good tackle, forcing 2nd down and goal.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal.
Here we go. 221 wing. 221 wing.
They'll run play action. Under fire. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Quarterback keeps it. And they stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down and short.
And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they bowed their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change situation. And they practice that all week. You never know when they're going to come up, but you have to have guys on the field playing with a sense of urgency. This has been awesome offensively.
4th down and goal from the 3. Can the defense get a stop? Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Slams it ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia Tech!
And was there ever any doubt, guys? 4th and goal. You got to turn around, give it to your bell cow. Just know he's going to find a way to get it in the end zone, and he did exactly that.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Blackwell. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Get this drive going from the 17. Dropping back, it's Applewhite. Rushes on him. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
From the gun, he leads it with the bat. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you've got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. First play of the drive wants to throw. Quickly complete. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Dropping back, it's King. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all three phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
21, Florida State, 0.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Turns it loose. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Offense gets set for second down. Off the play fake. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And here's the third interception of the night. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And they turn it into a defensive score. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Florida State, 0.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
Here we go, sack.
He's got it again. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Wants to throw. It's Applewhite. Got it in the middle. It's White. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. The offense changing the play. Looking downfield on first down. Pocket breaking down. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple of times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
It'll be third and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Noles have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. with the catch. It's White. He's knocked out of bounds at the 42. Solid pickup on that one.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Throws toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is...
Oh, he's got some space. He'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 33-yard line.
How about the offense, man? Dialing up the screen play on third down. They needed a play. Sometimes people like the screen, sometimes they don't. You got to call it at the right time. And they pick the right opportunity. They get the third down conversion and a new set of downs.
He'll take a shot. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, at this juncture of the game, obviously the offense has struggled. No points up on the board. You're at the end of the first half, and you're just trying to make something happen. That time the quarterback thought he had a guy open way down the field, but again, the defense in perfect position, and that thing falls incomplete.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Davis. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
He unleashes a long one. For the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His second interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
And holding on to a first-half lead, this offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to the locker room.
It's a tough decision, right? When you're backed up, the clock's running down, you like the position you're at going into the half. Some people are more conservative, and some people are aggressive. I prefer the aggressive, personally.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Yellow Jackets will kick it off to start the second half. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. He gets a block. He's got an alley. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Florida State.
Can't start the second half any better than that. You're trying to come out of the locker room. You're trying to create some momentum. Taking the first kick of the third quarter back for a touchdown, that is exactly what this head coach was looking for from his players.
The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Looking to throw, it's King. Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got a man, it's Rivers. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. It's complete. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. It's almost incomprehensible to think the Noles failed to break 17 points 10 times a season ago. That's a year after being prolific, Jesse. So what are the keys to regaining some form?
Now, Reese, I think it's the quarterback position. I think this team was spoiled in a lot of ways when they had Jordan Travis. And they obviously had so much NFL talent surrounding him. But they had a leader. They had a guy that everybody could look at when times got tough and believe in. Someone has got to be able to establish themselves at the quarterback position for this team to get back to its winning ways.
And the Seminoles want to crank the tempo. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield, it's Applewhite. Throws to the tight end. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
They'll move the wide receiver. This is a designed run. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Just had a solid pickup on first. Now let's see what they've got on second down. Gonna run it. It's Haynes. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Toss to the left. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
Makes a connection. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with 1st and goal because of great 3rd down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get in this part of the field, when everything shrinks and gets a little bit harder, you still want to be aggressive.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Tries again to get it in. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And this offense trying to be physical inside the 5-yard line. I get it, but I tell you what, Palmer, this quarterback has earned some trust from me with the day he's had.
Yeah, right now he's thinking, put the game in my hands. I'm playing well, and I'm seeing the defense.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
And he's not going to take the touchback. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Off the play fake on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Not the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Trying play action. Here comes the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Back to throw. It's Castellanos. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Davis. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Powers through the defender. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the 1st down.
Buys a little time. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting the fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge loss on that play.
The Knowles are in the hurry-up. Motion from the wide receiver. He's looking to pass. caught behind the line. It's White. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this fourth down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Looking for a man, it's Kane. Shoots it to the left. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wants to go up top on first down. Get it out on the screen. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. And the Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Grabbed behind the line. It's Davis. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
I like the decision there in the RPO game, too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game, too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
White 53. Kill. 53.
They'll ride Davis here. Turning it on. Got the first down. Looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the fourth quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. So that's a great situation to try to run the ball.
To the air, it's Castellanos. A shot toward the end zone. He's got it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down.
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
On to attempt to try. And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for space. It's Haynes. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Yellow Jackets will keep this drive going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Finds the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground covered to pick up the first.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right spot.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And the Yellow Jackets come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out, like the tuck rule or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. It's real. And this quarterback is now going to have to play with a clock in his head that's going off just a little bit quicker. He's got to do a better job understanding when to get right.
The Seminoles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Now the play fake. grab near the sticks. It's White. And he'll have to check his feelings after that lick, but he did get the first down. Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. To the air, it's Castellanos. Grabbed over the middle, it's Pittman. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
You can just see the command this guy has of the offense. He's been picking this defense apart, matriculating the ball down the field. He's now got him in the red zone, close to the goal line. I wouldn't be surprised if they just keep letting him throw it.
He might want another play. Wants to throw again. They get to him as he throws. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, no! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out at the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. He'll do it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Looking to throw, it's King. Fires to the tight end. Breaks into the open. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
From the gun, running back gets the give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a